Okay. Greetings, everyone. Greetings, everyone in the sanctuary. Everyone joining us online this morning. I just want to repeat something that came to me today, and then I heard Carol say it in the prayer room. So I'm just going to say it, and if you agree, you can also say it with me. So today is the best day to have a great day. It's the best. And so it is. So I'm just going to introduce myself. And I'm going to take something from Reverend John. This is one of the introductions that we use at the Tower Street Correctional Center. So, hi, my name is Vance, and I'm a child of God. To know me is to love me. And so that you can just introduce yourselves to your neighbor the same way, that you're a child of God. To know me is to love me. And if you are online, if you just want to introduce yourself, you can just put your name and say that you're a child of God. To know me is to love me. And so it is. So just join me in this opening affirmative prayer this morning. So it's with deep gratitude that we recognize the one love, knowing that it expresses as everyone within the sound of my voice. Indeed, it expresses through all creation. It is God. And knowing that we are expressions of God, I know that this morning's service is the unfolding of a perfect idea in the mind of this one. And I know our speaker this morning, Reverend Ann, just allows ourselves to be a clear and open channel of love this morning. So I know that this service this morning is a service which expands our conscious awareness of who we are, of whose we are, of why we are here at this time. So I'm seeing a service that is enriching, that is awesome, that is wonderful. And for this, I am truly, truly thankful. So I just release these words now to that law that has already made it so. And if you agree with me, you can say, and so it is. And so it is. So we're gonna stand now, and we're gonna do our prosperity affirmation. Prosperity affirmation. I live in a world that is filled with God's abundance, and I now claim this as my own. The riches of the universe are open to me, and I partake of them in wisdom and joy. All my affairs are under the law of prosperity. Increasing good flows to me from all directions and through all people. There is no lack in my consciousness, for God's ideas fill my thoughts with all its richness and opulence. I am orderly in all my ways. I am loving, kind, and gracious. I speak this day in terms of abundance. I expect increased prosperity to take place in my world, for I know that activity is alive in my affairs. I now give thanks. The riches of God are mine to use and enjoy in right ways. And so it is. And so it is. So now we're going to do our chant, Love, our praise song, Love is My Decision. So we are now going to go into a moment of silence. can just gently open your eyes if they were closed. And we're now gonna light the candle, or rather, turn on the light. I'm just gonna do a prayer for the youth. There's one life. That life is my life now. Divine intelligence guides, uplifts, and nurtures all beings, especially the youth, who are the promise of a new world. May all youth worldwide walk in the awareness of their spiritual magnificence. And so it is. And so we're going to do our mission song. So could you stand and let us do our mission song? You may be seated. So it's now time for our announcements and reminders. If any guest has joined us since we start, I'm going to ask you to stand. No guests in the sanctuary? Yeah. Well, we have a guest. And if you are new online, you can just indicate to us also. So Usher is giving you a package. And it's placing a sticker on you that says that we behold the Christ in you. And we behold the Christ in each other. So, are you still dreaming of playing the piano or guitar? You can join us today at 12:30 for a fun-based, hands-on session. Now, scholarships are being offered to young people who wish to start music lessons. So tell your young at heart friends, grandchildren, and dear friends that it's a wonderful opportunity to learn to play these instruments. Also, you can join us on Tuesday at 6 p.m. as practitioner Carol Campbell hosts the Spiritual Mind Healing Service. So look out for the link. You can join us on YouTube or you can join us on Zoom. Now, you can recharge with Tai Chi on Fridays. So join Sufa Stuart Maxwell at the temple every Friday at 9 a.m. for Tai Chi. Discover the health benefits of this traditional healing art. The contribution is just $2,000. Now, a new series of classes, Vision in a Way of Life, we want to start. But so that if you are interested in this class, you can register, and the Zoom link will be sent to you. Now, for those who did not get a chance to sing last Friday night, join the young, the curious, and the young at heart for another music and karaoke session on Friday, May 1st at 6 p.m. at the temple. The contribution is just $300. It's pure fun and entertainment. Come and don't be shy. Also, get ready for this new bi-weekly in-person meeting hosted by Reverend Dr. Michelle Senegal on Tuesday, starting on May the 5th. Oh, the next one is on May 5th, from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Our first session explored the Declaration of Principles of the Science of Mind. So come and enjoy us for a deep discussion and self-discovery over a cup of tea, as the English would say. So join Reverend Dr. Michelle Senegal for an inaugural spiritual mind treatment clinic on Saturday, May 2nd, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The first ever immersive intensive is designed for those who long to master this sacred practice at the heart of our teaching. So call the office, reserve your place. The cost is just $2,500. Now, tithes and offerings. Now, we want to thank you for your generosity, and your financial gifts help to support our Temple of Light ministry. Our banking details are on donate templeoflightcsl.org. Especially for those online, remember it's donate.templeoflightcsl.org. And you can go there now or anytime during the service and make your donation. And offerings are also accepted via our point of sale device that is in the sanctuary. Now, prayer support is available with Reverend Dr. Michelle at prayer.templeoflightcsl.org. And please note that our QR code is available on pocket-sized cards, and they are strategically placed for your convenience so that you can easily participate in the service from your device. Now we're going to call Auntie Lil to the platform and Auntie Audale to the platform.
Morning, Temple family and friends, both in the sanctuary and online. Auntie Lil, you go first.
Why? Okay. Love to all. Love, 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 love you all. And I'm here to invite you all to a lovely, lovely feast. Oops, she's gone with that. I don't want to see me. I'm here to invite you to a feast of music. And this is on June 7. So you've got a long notice. You can pay for it from your April salary or from your May salary. And this is put on by the Ministry of the Environment of the Temple. Now, you know we contribute to the beauty of it. We didn't contribute to this one, but isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely. This was for the Thanksgiving service. It's beautiful. But we contribute to the inner sanctuary beauty. And we wanted to have a little nest egg to help the temple to be able to continue this. And so we have bought a third of the house of the University Singers for June 7 at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we will invite everybody. We only have to sell 83 tickets. So that's very easy. And there are more than 83 members. So if each person buys 1 ticket or 2 tickets, well, we should be able to, and we will net a good amount of money, which will help with our commitment to beautify the sanctuary internally. The tickets are $4,000 each, and they are available from any member of the Temple of Lights Center for Spiritual Living's Ministry of the Environment. Dennis is here, Audale, quite a few of us are around the place. So, Carol, Carol Charlton, et al.
Thanks, Lilies. And for part 2, so it's Labor Day again in May. It will be celebrated on Monday, the 25th of May, and our theme is 21st Labor Day, celebrating floral artistry within and without. Folks, we want to make this very special, in particular the noontime event. The morning, as usual, we'll be doing our cleaning up, windows, chairs, and doors. But for the noon, we want to have a special session. We'll have demonstrations by our floral arrangers. We want to have a discussion, in fact, following a presentation on the spiritual symbolism of floral artistry within the temple. So please, we are going to be following up with inviting you to participate, to contribute, and again, to come out and help us to get things going on Labor Day. We'll remind you, and thanks.
Thank you. Okay. Now, next week, Sunday, is our first Sunday. And on our first Sunday, we'll be going back to or continuing wearing our colors. And for Sunday, May 4th, it's the 3rd? We'll be wearing light blue, right? Yeah, light blue is for imagination, and St. George's, but it's for imagination. It's for imagination. It's for imagination. Okay. So moving right along now, I'm going to ask you just to center yourselves. So take a deep breath in, let it out. And as we inhale and exhale, we just release what no longer serves us. And as we inhale again and exhale, we just become fully present right here, right now. As we take the next breath, inhale and exhale in, we allow ourselves to be open and receptive. Open and receptive. So we just recognize the one life, which is God. And we know that this life is our life now. So we know that life is God's gift to us. And in this awareness, we know that what we do with our lives is our gift to God. So we live lives that express the gifts of God: peace, love, joy, abundance, creativity, health. So we give thanks for life. And we live our lives fully to the glory of that which called us into being. So I know that it is as I have spoken. and so it is. So you can join us in singing God is Life. So in this awareness, we recognize the self-givingness of spirit, of itself, as love. The love that we are. The love that is greater than we are. That love that is all-encompassing. That love that is supporting. That love which is kindness. That love which is comforting. In this awareness, we know that all is well, because it's all love. So in this recognition, as we allow anything unlike love to clear from our minds and our hearts, we just allow love to express, knowing that what expresses is what is true, and that anything else is only theory. So we just allow love to be the way of our heart and the heart of our ways. And for this, I am thankful. And I just release these words now. Giving thanks that all this is so, and so it is. So God is love. God is love. Love surrounds me. In that love I see. He's the only reason all is right and all is well. God is love. Oh, love. God is love. Sweet love and love is life. So in this consciousness of love, we see clearly now that there's only God. God, the light that shows us the way, the light that guides us, the light that is wisdom beyond our understanding, the light that guides us into right action, knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So we are thankful for this light. And we let us lead us into paths of abundance, peace, love, and joy. And for this, I am truly, truly joyful and thankful. I just release these words now, knowing that it is so, and so it is. So God is light. can just bring your awareness back into the sanctuary. And when you are ready, you can just open your eyes. So now we're going to do our first hymn this morning. And it's Life is for Living. So please stand. So I'm going to invite Ajani to the platform.
Hold on for the mic, baby. Right. Good. You good, huh? Right, here we go.
Hi everyone. My name is Ajani and I'm 11 years old. I love football. It's my passion. It's what I love doing, and honestly, it's what I think about every single day. I don't even know why, I just do. I'm sharing this because I'll be leaving Jamaica soon. To follow my dream.
Say that again. Say, follow my dream. Good boy.
To follow my dream of becoming a professional footballer. In England, people say that only 1% of footballers make it to the Premier League. And some people say it's too big of a dream.
Okay, just breathe, baby. We love you. It's okay. It's okay.
But no matter what people say, I believe you should follow your dreams. And for the top.
Hi everyone, my name is Ajani and I am 11 years old. I wish. I love football. It's my passion. It's what I love doing. And honestly, it's what I think about every single day. I don't even know why. I just do. I'm sharing this because I'll be leaving Jamaica soon to follow my dream of becoming a professional footballer in England. People say that only 1% of footballers make it to the Premier League, and some people say it's too big of a dream. But no matter what people say, I believe you should follow your dreams. Aim for the top and see where it leads you. And most importantly, enjoy every moment along the way. One thing my mummy always tells me, she doesn't want me to grow up wondering, what if? So I'm taking my chance. Apart from football, there are many careers in sports. So I'm thinking about my A, B, and C plans. And who knows, I might achieve them all. How cool would that be? When I move, I won't just be playing football. I'll be going to high school too. And I'm really excited about this new chapter in my life. But you wouldn't tell, would you? I want to thank my mummy for always believing in me, and my family, friends, and coaches who support and guide me behind the scenes. And a special thank you to the Temple for teaching me that anything is possible when you truly believe. I also want to say a special thank you to Reverend Anne for always looking out for me. I know I have a very special place in her heart. Whatever God has planned for me, I will do my very best to honor his name and to always make myself proud. This isn't goodbye, it's just the start of a new journey. I'll definitely come back to visit everyone and stay connected to Jamaica. One love, Ajani.
Yes, sir, Johnny. I can see you in that Arsenal jersey. So that that's that I can cheer for you. Okay. So it's a great pleasure of mine to introduce somebody who has been a mentor to me. Anytime I need to know the metaphysical interpretation of anything or passage in the Bible and so on, I go to Reverend Anne. I know that she has been a mentor to the young people, to the kids at our temple. And I know that when it comes to getting things for classes and general organization of what takes place at the temple, we're always calling on Reverend Anne. And every time we tell Reverend Anne, you are doing too much. Mm-hmm. She always say, nothing is too much for God. Right? So it is indeed with great pleasure that I give to you Reverend Anne Shan.
You know, when I heard that, Ajani, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Temple of Lights. I mean, this is the greatest community to be part of. I mean, that is not a sales pitch. You see, Ajani came here as a little one, and he has grown up to be 11 now. Last year when we had youth service in August, right? He chose to tell everybody that he wanted to. His life is going to be a footballer. So he came up here with his ball and he told you what the impact of football on his life, how he thinks, how he treats others, and he loves his mommy because I can just imagine Jennifer have to be up and down, going forward, backward and forward for all the matches and all the plays and all that. Jennifer, you've been a wonderful mother. I'm so sorry you're not going to be around. And I have the other picture that when you're going over for COVID, that he painted for the long trip. I have the other one to give him, so that he won't be bored. Because he's easily bored. I don't know if he managed that for football, but he's not going to be Arsenal, Vance. He's Chelsea, please. Don't talk. So when you see me selling Chelsea jerseys with a Johnny number on the back, you know what it is for. So friends, welcome. And thank you for sharing your consciousness of love with us this morning, those in the sanctuary and those from the virtual world. We are the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living, a lighthouse of collective consciousness revealing love, joy, peace, and prosperity to all. That sales pitch is the vision of the Temple of Light. This past month, we have been exploring the idea of the practice of becoming. What does that mean? Our spiritual evolution into the awareness of being who we came here to be, to do, and to share in this human experience, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Our purpose, our reason for being, is a simple way to describe this concept. But friends, it means maturity as our true selves. We are centers of God consciousness. And yes, our individual and collective vision is to reveal love, joy, peace, and prosperity to all. But in order to reveal love, we must have a clear understanding of what that state of awareness is. Hence, this morning, I'm going to share my thoughts on practicing love as a daily commitment. Living and expressing love, a way of experiencing our life's journey. Practitioner of the Year, Jennifer Livingston, who I'm replacing this morning, reminded us that in embracing our vulnerability, we really are opening ourselves to our true nature of love without fear. An important aspect in expressing and living in love as a committed way of being. Last week, Dr. Michelle Senegal taught us about the importance of stillness and cultivating the practice of silence. Essential factor for our intentional maturity as we expand into the awareness of who we are. She reminded us that stillness is that state of being. Once the mind is quietened, our heart space expands, and our soul can now reveal the true nature of love within us. Thanks, Reverend Michelle, for that lesson. The truth is, friends, love is our essential nature. And to express life contrary to the awareness of love is setting up yourself for discomfort. Dr. Holmes states, and I quote, "You are made perfect in the law when you enter into conscious communion with love. Love is the fulfillment of the law. That is, only through love can the law fulfill itself in your experience. Because why? Love harmonizes everything, unifies everything. It gives to everything. It flows through everything. You just can't miss it, no. You can never make the most perfect use of the law of your life unless it is motivated by love." End of quote. I'll read that again. You can never make the most perfect use of the law of your life unless the use is motivated by love. The law is how God works in our lives. Friends, life is replete with examples of what can arise when our motivations or our agenda are opposite to love. You learn the word mayhem, pain, betrayal, distrust, chaos, and discomfort. So let us start with this affirmation. I'll read it once. I practice love consciously, and in that act, I reveal my true nature. I practice love consciously, and in that act, I reveal my true nature. And in a half voice. And in that act, I reveal my true nature. And in your heart. Friends, practicing love is not strange in this temple. We are reminded that one of the core values of our community is love. Our definition of love is the self-givingness of the Spirit through the desire of life to express itself, a feeling of warm, tender, personal attachment and deep affection. Here in this temple, we live it by unconditional acceptance and support of others. We allow people to express in their own way. We are gentle in tone and mannerism. We see ourselves and others as expressions of God. We see others as extensions of ourselves. This creates a state of oneness as the fabric of our community. And I mean, our community is a beneficial ecosystem of support, fellowship, and friendship that enables individual spiritual growth and development. I'll repeat. Our community is a beneficial ecosystem of support, fellowship, and friendship that enables individual spiritual growth and development. So friends, living in love is a daily commitment. It is more than flowing or floating through each day, cuddly and fuzzy. It is a daily pledge, a covenant, modus operandi to intentionally express life at Spirit's highest level of the consciousness of love. This level calls for the adherence necessary to live by the principles of love. It signifies our intention to see and express love even in the face of daily challenges. We make up our minds to live responsibly in a manner that benefits family, friends, associations, our cosmos, and our country. We should never be contented to accept the same old way of being, but to treat each day as a new adventure to experience our true nature. I say shift our focus to code love. Shift our focus to code love by expressing from a position of excellence and integrity. In fact, two of the tips given for the cultivation of good mental health are to inculcate great social interactions, which we have here, and our mental diet must uplift and enlighten us, which ultimately lead to self-healing, forgiveness for ourselves and others who come into contact. How you're going to learn that is to come to class and all the workshops. Right. So, our global theme for this month, notice that love is more than just a fleeting emotion. It is a way of being, existing, and acting in the world. It is not always easy or pleasant, friends. It often requires determination, perseverance, and presence. It manifests itself in patience, attentive listening, unconditional forgiveness, and small acts of daily care. Small acts of daily care. Small acts of daily care. A word to the wise, don't. It does not depend on mood or the perfection of the moment. You know, some people, they have to have the candles, and they have to have this, and they have they have to match that. No. In that moment that they are given an opportunity to express love, be bang on the spot. Just express it. So as I'm saying, I want you to just think back to sometimes in your life when somebody expressed love to you, that in that moment you were uplifted and enlightened. So I'm saying it is not dependent on mood or the perfection of the moment. It is a conscious decision to open up or be vulnerable, to understand and to sustain love. It is a commitment that is renewed every day within ourselves. Yes, in the face of fatigue, and I'm not talking about tiredness or lack of energy. I'm talking about the fatigue of constantly being and doing the right thing. The fatigue in the trenches of stuff which keep arising some of the time. The fatigue of thinking correctly in the face of external world challenges. When you hear that we only have 1 month of gas leaving Jamaica, no, tell me. You understand, you have to keep your mind so filled with love and light that you'll be able to do whatever you need to do whenever you need to do it. the order that is in the universe will take care of itself. Yes, this commitment of loving requires the willingness of giving ourselves to life and to consistently practice. Dr. Holmes states again, the practice of love can dissolve our fears, erase our doubts, and provide peace of mind. Those fears, doubts, as a result of unresolved emotional wounds, judgments about ourselves and others, expectations from others and our environment, are barriers we use to protect us from rejection, loss and pain. And sometimes some people use it to stop love, but all right. So we are right back at the beginning. The practice of love must open our hearts to the flow of love, which is our true nature, and allow the experience of peace and harmony. So let us look at some of the words of the master teacher, Jesus the Christ. In this parable in Luke 10, verse 25 to 28, King James Version. And I quote, "And behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? Jesus said unto him, What is written in the law? How readest thou? And he answering said, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. And he said unto him, Thou hast answered right. This do, and thou shalt live. So this great law gives instruction to love in order that we can attract love in our lives. To use the law of mind effectively, our minds must mirror love, which is the givingness of spirit expressed through us. This law is the foundation of developing a sincere relationship with our indwelling spirit. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God. We do this with our heart, our soul, our strength, and our mind. When there is this tender intimacy with the spirit of being, then loving our neighbor is part of the equation. In Luke 10, verse 30 onwards, it gives the story of the Great Samaritan to explain who our neighbor is. So if we look at the story of the young lawyer, apply the law, then we become the embodiment of love in God, in ourselves, and loving our neighbor. And the result is expressing life at our highest and best in complete love. Charles Fillmore, in his Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, gives us the attributes of the Good Samaritan. Someone who is kind-hearted, helpful, and generous. Those are part of the qualities, spiritual attributes, he says, that are the stepping stones that lead to demonstration. This concords with what Dr. Ernest Holmes' statement about love being part of the equation for the efficient use of the law of mind. Charles Fillmore goes on to state that they are the forces that throw wide open the doors of the inner kingdom. So man's consciousness may be lifted up and merged with God consciousness. End of quote. And we are instructed to go and do the likewise. Friends, there are other characteristics of love which I will share from the first letter to the Corinthians by the Apostle Paul, chapter 13. Parts of the epigraph before the chapter I will share from the Dartmouth Bible. The title of the epigraph is The Hymn to Love. It is termed also a supreme passage. Charity was a 17th century term. The King James translation rendered it from the Greek word of agape, agapas, yeah? Right, Reverend John? Translation is from that Greek word of agape, which is in English, selfless, sacrificial, unconditional love, divine love, which has confused readers. Recent versions translate it as love. Neither term, that's what the Dartmouth Bible said, neither term is accurate. Charity can be a synonym for philanthropy, and love has too many meanings. But to Paul, the concept was not merely of personal affection toward individuals, but an ethical devotion to one's fellow man. It goes on to state that Paul's expression has its traces in the great Hebrew teachings and in the utterances of Jesus. His great commandment, taken from Mark 12, 32 to 33, and it goes like this. For there is one God, and there is none other but he. And to love him with all thy heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself. So you understand where Paul was going. So I share with you from the Living Bible, 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 to 7, to assist in understanding how to live in love as a daily commitment. The quote is, love is very patient and kind, never jealous or envious, never boastful or proud, never haughty or selfish or rude. Love does not demand its own way. Love is not irritable or touchy. It does not hold grudges and will hardly even notice when others do it wrong. It is never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever truth wins out. If you love someone, you will be loyal to him, no matter what the cost. You will always believe in him, always expect the best of him, and always stand your ground in defending him. And the special gifts and powers from God will someday come to an end, but love goes on forever. End of quote. So as we pay attention to daily committing ourselves to be pure and open channels for the expression of love, then in the words of Dr. Holmes, love is the greatest healing agency. Love creates confidence. Love gives self-assurance based on a power greater than we are. And love is self-assurance, which is necessary for a successful life. So let us recap. Love is necessary for the efficient use of the law. So when you're doing your treatment, if it is not in an atmosphere, you're tired to hear Reverend Michelle say it, Reverend John say it, all the practitioners say it up here. When you're saying your prayers, start with that state of being that mirrors love, and then you say your prayers. Love heals. Love creates confidence. Love gives assurance, a necessary component for a successful life, because we know in whom we believe. This confidence in the law of love can only be ascertained by constant practice. Friends, what you believe in, you practice. That's all. What you practice, you become. So that is how it goes step by step. You believe in it, you practice it. Once you practice it, you become. So every sincere act of kindness, generosity, and tenderness opens us to our essential nature. As we mature spiritually, we let go of the old pains and wounds and hurts, because they are going to be dissolved in the love that you are. We are transformed by the renewing of our minds. We allow transformation to take place in all other selves. So what is your call to action? Our true nature is love. So as of this day, your name is beloved. We already have John the beloved, but all of us are now beloveds. I'm copying Ayanna Van Zant's naming ceremony. We have already John the beloved, as I said, but from today, we are beloved sons and daughters of the Most High. So she states, each one of us, God is depending on you to express goodness and godness on this plane of existence. That is your mission. That means that is what you're here for, to express goodness and godness, which means love. So she suggests, be love. Be love in everything we think, because our thoughts express the core of our identity. Be love every time we open our mouths, as we have the power to name. Be love in everything we do, because it is our nature. So from today, we are beloved expressions of the Spirit. We practice love, so every act comes from our true nature of love. So say to your neighbor, beloved, thank you for being. 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 Friends, and so it shall be from today. I don't want to hear anything else except when Jennifer called me beloved, right here, I will sell tickets for you here, Jennifer. Don't make them trouble you. So, friends, I end with this to remind us. The Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community, from which the Christ, peace, love, and joy emanate to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. And so it is.
So, beloved, yeah, thank you for being here today. As Reverend Hans said, we just practice acts of love every day and reveal our true nature. There's nothing higher than this. So let us show Reverend Hans some love again. So now we're going to have our musical item from beloved Audale. Thank you, Audale. And you know that if we do the practice of love daily, we will certainly heal the world. So thank you again, Audale. So I'm going to ask you to stand again, and we're going to do the prayer of our center. The prayer of our center, the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living, is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community from which the Christ, peace, love, and joy emanate. To touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. The light of the Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along the paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and the glory forever. And so it is. So if you have your love offerings with you, I'm going to ask you to take them out. And we're going to bless it with the blessing that's on the envelope. So together, lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase, and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch. I replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father. And so it is. So we're going to do our second hymn, Give a Little Love Away. Okay, you may be seated. And just to remind those of you who wanted to make a donation, you can go to donate.templeoflightcsl.org, right? So we're going to have our acknowledgements. And first, we want to give thanks for the flowers that were donated by the McConnell family for the Thanksgiving service for the life of Joy Roy last Friday. So we want to also thank Audale for that wonderful rendition. Want to thank our singers. We have quite a few of them today. We have Carol. We have Auntie Lil. We have Carol again. Carol twice. No, this is Carol Campbell. We have Gabby and Abby. Whoa. We just need some male voices now, and I will have our singers complete. And of course, I have to thank the tech team. I'm not down there today, but we have Tyrell, we have Chevrolet, we have Lauren, and we have Christine. Grammy, yeah, Grammy. And of course, our hospitality team, right? We usually don't, I think we need to start to name the members of the hospitality team to give them their flowers, rather than just saying the hospitality team, But I know that Reverend Sonia is there. I know that Yvonne is there. I know Jennifer usually joins them. Jeannie, yeah, and Jennifer usually joins them also. Yeah. So let us give the hospitality team. And please, the ushers, yeah, the practitioner of the year, Jennifer. And who's our other usher today? Oh, so Jennifer just take up the wheel of the usher business. All right, Jennifer. And please remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. As we're talking about social media, we also have to remember our social media team, Gabby and Matthew. So let's get on. And you can follow us on all our social media. Temple of Light, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're all over the place, we're omnipresent as God. Yeah, so that is it. Okay, so I'm going to ask Reverend Ann to come back now and do the blessing of our love offering and our closing affirmative prayer.
Johnny, come stay with me. I'm going to include Johnny in our prayer because he's going off to kick ball for us. So you come. And I have 2 new members of my Sunday school. I see Xavier finally managed to bring my grandchildren to church today. Yes, Xavier. They're right there. Hello. Right, so we have a new member of the Sunday school. Okay. So we just recognize the omnipresence of God right here, right now. And that presence is indeed the love of our being. I know for each one of us, pure and open channels for its expression. So I know that right where we are or where we find ourselves this day, we experience and express love. I know that it's that love of God that takes Jennifer and Johnny to their new place of abode. It's that love that is the order and divine right action that takes place in every level of their conscious awareness. So whatever Jennifer and Johnny needs, I know it is right there waiting for them. And indeed, the way is made clear for Johnny to ascend into his new career and for Jennifer to take up whatever mantle she chooses to experience and express God as love. So we give thanks, and we give thanks for each and every one of us here, because this consciousness of love supports our temple. It expands our awareness. It goes out to touch our island, Jamaica, and indeed the very world at large. Because we love, we can say yes. Healing must take place in this world of ours. And as we stand firm on the grounds of love, we are prospered, and indeed we find peace and harmony wherever we go. So this day, we take this message of love out to bless each and every person that comes into contact with us. And we do give thanks. Give thanks for the love of God that is even now extending and expanding itself in through, and I bless up Reverend Michelle and Reverend Dr. John, Dr. Michelle, Imagine we have 3, 4 ministers, and we have 2 doctors of divinity, and we have practitioners. This temple is truly expanding. So I'm giving thanks as I release my word to law. That law that simply makes it so. And so it is.
So it is. You love this morning?
And our peace song.
Yeah, so we're going to do our peace song, and we turn it into a love song. So we're going to be singing love this morning.